What about the calm before the flashy storm? Like that?
No, it was before that. Was it with the Spider-Verse trailer? Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast, episode 245.
45.
Or
I
6.
don't know.
You know what? I'm going to check.
What's up? What's up, Spider Danger?
No, what was it? No, it wasn't. It wasn't even. So then I saw my uncle, and let me guess, he died. Wasn't even that? Yeah, it's 2:45.
Let me guess, he died. Yeah, that was funny.
We had some trailers. Hello, everyone. I'm George. This is Connor.
Connor, hello. Yes.
We sometimes
from this
do.
universe.
A bit.
I will have another. Yeah. Breaking.
Connor got me an Easter egg. So.
Yeah, actual physical prop.
The
Expensive studio budget.
The sun is shining. It's a cool. It's a tropical 12 degrees, and sunny. So naturally, it's summertime. It's going to the beach. We got some trailers.
It's weird.
That we're going to talk about. But how's your week been since the last one? I feel like, even though it's been a week, I feel like we haven't done one in ages.
I feel like time has passed a bit since then. I saw.
As time tends to do.
I saw a couple of movies the build up. I rewatched the best movie this year as well.
Tetris.
That's the only thing I've not seen this week. Wow. No, I've not seen it, because that's on Apple TV, isn't it?
The perfect game.
Legally. Yeah.
Taron Egerton's perfect moustache.
Yeah. I saw the story of Nike and how they got some air on Michael Jordan's feet. That was a very good biopic. Air was actually really good and might honestly be a contender, which I didn't expect to say going in like a contender for top 5 maybe at the minute. Air was brilliant. And then I saw another movie on Netflix which I didn't want to watch at that particular minute, and I thought it'd only be a little bit and then we'd watch the rest of it later on, but I did it all in one session and talk about The Fallen Son of Luther. Luther the Fallen Son, the Netflix movie.
Luther the Fallen Son with evil Andy Serkis.
With evil Gollum Serkis.
What did you like it? What did you like it? What did you
like
What
it?
did you think of it?
I think for a digital movie it's quite precious. I think it might be digital film of the year. I mean, I can't say much because I don't know what the lineup is, and I don't watch as much digital stuff as you do nowadays. But I can't see not much.
Cheaper, my friend.
I can't see. Oh, believe me, I know. But I know I can't see much. Maybe topping it if you're doing like a digital list or digital round-off of the year, or certainly of this quarter. Because we are like a third of the way through the year already. Oh, a third of the way through the year. Officially, we're in April now. In case you didn't know. But no, Air, Luther, and then I've watched a lot of wrestling, and I watched WrestleMania over the weekend. And WWE got bought out by UFC, which is another brand, another sport which I hadn't even really got onto, but they've been bought out.
What does it mean for the future? Are we going to see Conor McGregor fight Rey Mysterio?
Conor McGregor versus John Cena.
Who's this guy?
Who's this guy? I don't know.
John Cena doesn't do it anymore, does he?
Well, he came back for Mania across the weekend, and he rightfully passed the torch to Mr. Austin Theory. Austin Theory, who is basically the only wrestler I've heard about since my COVID isolation from wrestling. Austin Theory's chef's kiss, he's brilliant. And John Cena rightfully gave him the win and passed the old torch, because Cena's getting old now. His hairline showed for it. He needed a trim. He needed a trim for WrestleMania. He looked weird. Didn't look right.
Because he was always bald when he wrestled.
Yeah, buzz cut.
When we started seeing him with hair, it was
buzz cut.
Fuck, John Cena has hair.
I know. Yeah, it was a sight to behold. It was like,
I'm not gonna lie. Do you know when the Bumblebee trailer?
Yeah.
I thought that was a wig.
Yeah, I don't blame you for thinking that was a wig. It was a shock to the system. That's what it was.
Genuinely his hair. I really like John Cena.
I like John Cena. As I've gotten older, I really appreciate Cena. In the ring and out of the ring.
Second best wrestling actor.
Behind Batista.
Yes.
Yes.
And in front of Dwayne The Rock
Johnson. The Cooking Johnson. Yeah, the Cookie Johnson.
Dwayne the Let's Make Moana again.
So soon.
Even not, because obviously you dip in and out of Disney because you've got no reason to.
But yeah, no family or watch this. Yeah, yeah.
My niece loves Moana. But collectively, we were all kind of like, this is pointless. And I was like, exactly. This is what I've been saying about Disney for years. Because we've made clear before, like, in terms of the live-action reimaginings, as they'll fucking pitch them to you, and it's a remake. What is the point of having the same movie exactly the same when you can just watch it? Like, why would I pay to see... I know you don't now because it's on Disney Plus, but like, why would I have paid for a ticket to go and see Beauty and the Beast when I can just watch the original that I've got on DVD?
Yeah,
that's very good.
Very, very good. Yeah.
Especially because a lot of people have said, like, I know that they've said it before and we've said it, and more people say it as time goes on. It's like, don't touch the classics. Touch the stuff like Atlantis, Treasure Planet, those ones that scream out for, imagine what this would look like as live action. Like, especially Treasure Planet, because that would be like,
especially
that's
Treasure
a
Planet,
sci-fi epic waiting to happen. And that would be
glorious.
That'd be great.
It would be glorious, yeah.
And it would add to the film, because it would be completely different.
Yeah.
Because there's so much vastness to explore.
And world building. Yeah, multiverse.
And with Atlantis, like, you can have different things like go on with it. Like, and it should never be exactly the same.
No, that's all remakes are.
You know, Beauty and the Beast is one of the worst ones because it is literally, even the trailer was shot for shot.
Yeah,
remake of the original.
word to word. Yeah. And
apart from adding some stuff with LeFou, but it's mainly just the same. But Emma Watson's not very good in it. My favourite is The Jungle Book because it's different. There's hardly any music. There's bare necessities. There's a little riff rendition of I Want to Be Like You because Christopher Walken is King Louis. And it was Obi-Do, I want to be like you. And you get you get those little beats, like those little beats of the notes. Like, as he's saying it, but that's it. He just says that sentence. Like, it's not
a recreation of the song.
And the little kid, I forget his name, but like, he was great. And it's the whole reason we got The Lion King, which was shot for shot, essentially, the original. But originally they'd taken out Scar's song.
Right.
Which was like, that's a change, but also it's stupid because having seen
the original,
how good Chiwetel Ejiofor is in Kinky Boots, the man can sing. So they sort of put it back in, but he just sort of sings it.
Oh, right.
Like
no.
Like, because it's Be Prepared, like when they're like getting ready to, you know, like invade and basically, you know, Mufasa's dead, spoiler. But like he's getting the hyenas ready to sort of like come in and take over the Pride Lands.
Yeah.
And it's like the whole Be Prepared thing, and it's like, because Jim Cummings does, because it's Jeremy Irons voices him in the original, and Jim Cummings does the singing voice because Jeremy Irons lost his voice, I believe. So for the singing bit, like it's a like pretty like it's not like an amazing Disney song, but like in terms of like it's a bit of a power ballad.
Right. Okay.
But they just sort of give it as sort of almost like spoken dialogue.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
To a bit of like a melody. Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Chiwetel Ejiofor's a good singer. Watch Kinky Boots. He's very good in it.
Kinky Boots.
And he's fabulous in Kinky Boots. Yeah, fuck them. Moana, but also those films came out
not even a decade ago.
Between
7 years ago, 2016, 17, right? 15 even?
So Moana came out in 2016 and they're doing a live action remake. Reimagining.
Yeah, although they said there's a lot of work to do, we don't have a release date, and I can't afford to tell you right now, but it will be out sooner than you think.
But basically it will be out before the original's been out for 10 years.
Yeah,
and
basically.
That's sacrilege.
That is, yeah, it's disgusting.
Beauty and the Beast was what, 92? And the remake
my gut was 94. Don't know why. It's definitely early 90s.
Early to mid 90s.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And then the remake was 2017.
Yeah, I'll agree. Yeah, 2017, I think.
Because I think Aladdin was 2018 or 19. No, 2019 was Lion King.
I think Aladdin was also 19.
Yes, because they had three that year, didn't they? They had Aladdin, Dumbo, and Lion King. Lion King was the last one.
Oh shit, Dumbo was also 19.
Yeah, Dumbo was. Yeah, they had three of them. Like,
bloody hell,
blown their load on three of them, and three good ones.
When did Lady and the Tramp come as like the Disney Plus streaming movie, like exclusive? Was that also 19 or was that 20?
That was when Disney Plus launched for us, so that would have been 20.
Okay, right. Basically. But it was a 19 movie. Okay. Oh, they had 4 projects that year. Jesus Christ.
So like I said, yeah. So So they've. I know some of them have been straight to live act. You know.
Shot for shot recreation.
Straight to DVD version.
Yeah.
But still, it's a lot of shit. Like, I hope we don't get copyright for that music. But,
Sing over it.
yeah, like and you wouldn't do the big ones, would you? I mean, like,
no.
like Dumbo, arguably a big one. I mean, Aladdin, yeah, especially Disney Renaissance, and Beauty and the Beast is that. What was the other? Sorry, Lion King.
Like,
Lion King and Aladdin are two very big ones of like the Renaissance. God, I hate if they do a Tarzan one and they don't use Phil Collins in music, but then they shouldn't. That's the whole point. Yeah, I would space them out because it's not like an MCU thing. Where it's like we need 3 of these a year and they need to interconnect, and we're all fighting.
The Disney Cinematic Universe.
We're all fighting Pete from House of Mouse. You know what I mean? Like he's got the Infinity Gauntlet of fucking
sing songs. Sing songs.
I just think it's too, especially for Moana. Like I think
Moana's too recent,
and Moana's such a good movie. Like
in its own
if
right.
you get time, do watch
Check it out. Yeah,
because of the CGI era.
Fair enough. Yeah, CGI era.
It is of the it's. I mean, for me, it's better than Frozen, but most things are because I think Frozen was so overhyped and the story is pretty fucking basic. But I like it because I like Tangled. I like Moana.
Yeah, Tangled looks
Frozen's
like a lot of fun.
I think it's just the overexposure. Like anything, makes you think. It either sweeps you up with it, or you go and it makes me not want to see it. Like I don't go feel like that. It's like the more someone says watch this film, you're like, and now I will not watch it. You said it.
Yeah, no, to some extent, yeah. I go to my trusted sources like IEU, not because I'm contracted to say it, and then a couple of other sources I'd go to on the interwebs, and then that'd be it for me.
I've got a gun to his genitals.
No, but yeah, no, I sort of stick to my sources, go in blind as much as I can, and just judge it afterwards.
Yeah, but
critique it.
Yeah, so Dwayne Johnson's back as Maui. I forget who plays Moana, but she's back. Like with that as well, like you're gonna have that's the whole like we got a completely new cast, but James Earl Jones is Mufasa again, sounding like a much older James Earl Jones. Either cut ties completely or have the ties there, but like know, so it's either I hope then it's the full cast because if Jermaine Clement's not Tamatoa, then
riot.
Yeah,
that'll be a riot.
This is just a barnacle covered in a bioluminescent algae as a diversion. Because basically there's it's the Jewel of the Sea.
Okay.
Like the whole story is
Jewel of Fate in the sea.
Yeah, John is the stone that's shaped like John Williams' face.
Okay.
You pick it up and it goes.
If you smell
what the rock is cooking. Let's make Moana, cause the DC Universe hierarchy has changed. So the heart of the sea, like the heart of Tafiti, is basically like the heart. Like the ocean's magical creatures, blah blah blah. There's this god called Tafiti that creates things.
Tafiti.
There's I don't remember what the evil version of her's called because the heart gets stolen, and then there's like an evil one that then comes out to try and like claim it, and is the destroyer of life and land
and the sea.
And land, yes.
Most importantly, the sea.
The sea.
Yeah. It's kind of Aquaman, but not underwater.
It is very, but there is some underwater because Tamatoa is underwater. Because they have to go to this mountain and then they drop down this whole thing and then they end up in an underwater.
The only bits I've seen of Moana is actually them on the beach. It could be them stranded on Madagascar and they're just in the water.
That's where I think that's where Maui is imprisoned.
Maui, huh? Yeah, yeah.
The faces we pull for the thumbnail always surprise me. Even myself. Yeah, because Maui's been stranded because he was the one that stole the heart, lost it at sea. And they have to return the heart to Fiji, otherwise all life will die off essentially.
Oh no! Can't have that. Not in a family movie.
Tamatoa is this giant crab voiced by Jermaine Clement that likes shiny things. So his back's all covered in gold and stuff. Like his shell is like gold and stuff and all these things. And like he's got Maui's magical hook that helps him transform. Like when he lost it, it ended up there.
Okay, fair enough.
So they go there obviously to get it back. But, like she distracts him with the heart of Fiji, but like she's taken. Because he's got loads of glow-in-the-dark algae for his musical number. She's covered a barnacle in bioluminescent algae because when they escape and he's captured it, that's what he says, and it's like It was like it was a sound on TikTok for a while. She's just taking a barnacle. At last, I have the. Oh wait, she's taking a barnacle covered in some bioluminescent algae as a diversion.
As a diversion.
But Jermaine Clement is fabulous. Alan Tudyk is Hey Hey the chicken.
Hey the
who
chicken.
Literally just makes noise and goes. Ah! That's all that he does.
Fair enough. Easy cash.
It's a dumb chicken that keeps falling over and should be
dead.
But, you know.
Well, as long as I get Alan Tudyk back, then that's
yes,
a good.
Alan Tudyk in a chicken costume.
Yes.
You charlatans. But yeah, it will be a thing. Kids will see it and they'll be like, "This Moana's great." It's like, watch the fucking
the
real
first one. Watch version 1.0. Yeah. Don't.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of films that are getting made,
quite a few apparently from this week, or from the
last
last couple
of days.
Should we talk
about the TV show first? Because I kind of want to
get it out of the way. Get in the
not
bin.
to shit on the Marvel parade, but Secret Invasion trailer came out.
You didn't like the trailer?
No, it looks good, but I think I liked all the other trailers we watched. I think.
To be fair, yes, I agree. After watching them today, yes.
So Nick Fury, long story short, is back on Earth
for the last time
following
in this
the
epic
events
battle
of the Captain Marvel post-credit scene.
Yeah. Back from his Hawaiian tropical paradise in space.
We didn't really get much more of the story than we know. We know that it's basically about the Skrulls that have infiltrated more of the planet
since day one of humankind.
It's more of the adaptation of the Secret Invasion storyline than just in name.
Yeah.
We got looks at Olivia Colman.
Yep. Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke as Kira.
Yeah.
Ben. Got to see more Ben Mendelsohn. I love Ben Mendelsohn.
A good thing.
It always takes me back to when we was trying to get all the achievements for Star Wars Battlefront 2, and it was like 2 kills as Krennic.
Oh yeah, that's 2 kills as Krennic.
Ben Mendelsohn is great. He needs to be in another James Bond movie. I saw he was in a James Bond movie as like a sort of, like how he was just sort of like there
as M, as a Q.
No, he was either a government guy or a guy for like Spectre or Quantum, as it was. It was. I think.
I feel like the boardroom inspector. Maybe I feel like he was one of those.
He was.
Yeah, let's have a look. I want to find out now.
Was he in like one of the Batman movies, like as a small part as well? I just love Ben
Dark
Mendelsohn.
Knight. Do you think Dark Knight?
I think Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises. It's something like. No, he was in Dark Knight. Was he one of the bankers or one of the guys? He was one of the guys at the party that the Joker kills. I don't know.
Party.
I don't know. Like Bruce Wayne. Yeah, you know where Harvey is. You know where Harvey is.
Ready Player One. I've got that. Rogue One. Dark Knight Rises. He was John Daggett. John Daggett. I think he was a copper. He weren't Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Or the bit where like there's like the bit that Catwoman's in and then runs out of, and like. Yes, he was He was like an antagonist, but like very low down in terms of Bane and Talia.
Right. Yeah, so you like street level antagonist, really?
Basically, yeah.
A little bit.
That didn't really do much.
No. He was
what else
there.
has he been? I feel like he's been in something else. I feel like I've seen him in more things. I love Ben Mendelsohn. I love that he gets to use his real voice.
Ready Player One, he's the villain.
It's fine.
Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah, he was in that.
King, yeah, he was in the beginning of The King. He was King Henry IV.
Yeah.
With long hair.
Because Robin Hood, because that was a bad movie, but he was also once again evil. And then it was because Captain Marvel was the first time that he wasn't evil.
Fair enough.
Because I remember when I wrote into Big Damn Cast after that, and I was like, Ben Mendelsohn isn't evil? Like, that's nice. And it's just like, it's fine. Nice. The little boy handled it.
He was in The Bad Batch. Krennic was in The Bad Batch for one episode.
Fuck off. So that's the new one. That's the new season that's just happened.
Oh, spoilers. No, I didn't know. He was in The Outside of Stephen King.
Speaking of, have you seen the latest episode of The Mandalorian?
I've not.
Oh, so you don't know the latest live action...
2 kills as Krennic. No,
the latest live action version of an animated character.
Oh no! I said this across over the weekend to my wrestling mates. I think I know the Rebels character, certain alien, in the form of Zebediah Zeb. I don't know what the fuck his name is. Is it Zeb?
Zeb.
Yeah, I saw the shot.
How good is that?
I know. Yeah,
and practical.
Good.
As like part, obviously not. They did like not completely.
The head. Yeah,
but like because you can tell like he's like there is. Physically parts of that there, like, and the CGI is obviously doing a lot of the lifting, but like there's like, I think when practical and CGI, like when it works well, it looks glorious. And Zeb is such a great translation. Spoilers if you've not seen The Mandalorian last week. Have you caught up on any of it?
No.
No? Cool.
And Mordor. I've not watched any of Mordor yet. Or gone back to Mordor. Because
Cool.
season 2 of Rings of Power, there was a fire on set. Random diversion.
Oh.
Read that this morning.
Yeah.
While they're filming the second
Speaking of things we can't really bother to talk about, the Secret Invasion trailer.
season. Yeah.
Martin Freeman, who
I know.
I think we both forgot was in it.
Definitely forgot who was in it, yeah.
When the character posters come out, I was like, fuck, he's in it. And then like we
Jim.
get our first look at Rhodey
Again.
on his mini arc because he's in Secret Invasion, which leads into the now movie Armor Wars.
Yeah.
You're the most wanted man on it. So basically, Nick Fury's wanted probably by humans and Skrulls for the fact that like they thought he was there, he wasn't there. He's helped
Where the
in
fuck
this
you been?
thing
Yeah.
before in the 90s, and is
Yeah.
helping the good Skrulls when he was in space. A very sort of close encounters shot
Of
with
the
like
first
the beam,
kind, yeah,
like
with
in,
the beam.
in the woods. That was quite cool.
Yeah.
It's one last fight until it's not, because I don't think this is the last we'll see of Nick Fury. I think we've got like him and then like
It's going to be a
this and, like,
murder.
a movie.
Yeah, this in the movie, yeah, I agree. Realistically.
Like at least in the Marvels, I feel like he's got to be in.
Well, that's about, well, post-credit singer, who knows, depending on how
Yeah.
Secret Invasion ends, because it's going to be airing, Marvel's is out in July, right? And this is 6 weeks.
I thought it was November
Oh shit, it is, isn't it? Yeah, Marvel's got pushed
Got
back,
moved,
didn't it?
didn't
It did get pushed
because
back.
they rejiggedy jig.
So maybe, yeah, maybe Secret Invasion, they could film it last minute thing.
How do you
maybe.
feel on the rumours that Ming-Na Wen will be back as May?
I fucking hope so, but a character that wasn't in the trailer for Secret Invasion, Quake! And people weren't happy. Quake!
Do we want Quake back? Sure. But then it means I'm going to have to watch
Agents of
Agents of
S.H.I.E.L.D.
S.H.I.E.L.D. And I've not watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. since episode 3 of season 1 aired on Channel 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because I watched it and I was like, this is too slow for me. And then people...
It does start off slow.
But the consensus is skip to episode 18 of season 1 with the Lady Sif stuff and the closing stuff of the Hydra reveal,
Yeah.
and then try it from there. And then there's a lot more consistent quality through season 2.
Yeah, I've seen season 2. I'm on season 3, episode 1. I just haven't bothered to start it. But I like season 2.
One day we'll go back and watch it, but not today.
Not today.
Not today, Doctor. Yeah, it looks. I'm looking forward to Secret Invasion. It's nice to have a Marvel show again because it gave like after the whole here's things, and it's like
Oh,
now
different things. Yeah.
And now there's only 2 shows this year. I think there's room for 3, but like I'm not.
Yeah,
I
there's got to
think
be a third.
our thing wasn't just do less. It was space them out, let them breathe, and
Develop them if need be.
maybe just let one sort of be, and then and then never know, because otherwise it was like Moon Knight, and we can't sleep on Elros because Miss Marvel's here, and then we gotta wait for that because we got What If, and then get
She-Hulk's in 2 weeks.
She-Hulk's happening right now. She-Hulk's on now. Why are you watching this? Turn this. There's an advert for She-Hulk on a streaming service. We're advertising. It's turn this off. Watch She-Hulk.
And then you get on
Jesus
She-Hulk.
Christ.
Secret Invasion is tomorrow. What are you guys doing? It's no longer a
Invasion was
secret.
out
It's just
yesterday.
no longer a secret.
All of
Where
Secret
you
Invasion
been?
is out.
Turn off your phone. Watch it
WandaVision
now.
Season 2. I mean Vision Quest.
Coven of Chaos. I mean, WandaVision's Return is out next week. Go and watch it.
Is Spider-Man Freshman Year still out this year? Because that's just an animated special sort of one episode thing,
Series.
isn't it? Is
No,
it
it's a series. I think it's a series. I've
so
never
it'll
heard
be
of it.
akin
as a
to. I'm assuming it'll be akin to What If, because it's basically
Yeah.
here's the origin, but it's actually a different universe. Because fuck it, we don't fully own this Spider-Man, but we sort of do.
Legality reasons, yeah.
It looks good. I'm looking forward to Secret Invasion. I'm not over them. Like I'm not like yes, give it to me now, because I think.
No, I can wait for Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
I can wait for it.
What have we had this year so far? We had
Well, nothing.
nothing. We had nothing.
We've had. Yeah, hang on. Nothing? Wait. What's it? Nothing? I'm baffed. What? Have we actually had no Marvel this year?
2023. Ant-Man.
Oh my god! Great impact it had. So, well, yeah.
Is that all we've had? Is Ant-Man?
It's Ant-Man.
And then Secret Invasion. And
well
there's another,
played,
no, 'cause
Marvel.
surely there's another film.
Well, Guardians. Yes, Guardians. That's out in a few weeks, yes.
It's nice that we
Tickets
forget
on
about
sale
it,
now.
because then we don't get superhero fatigue.
But
Just
oh my god,
like
Ant-Man. Yeah.
In the DC
Yeah,
slash
you.
just you.
Yeah.
What they should do is do DC, and you know when they have the E, but have it in brackets, and then U. So then it's the DCU, but not, because it has the E bits and then the non-E bits. Rated E for everyone. The DC EEU.
Especially Ezra. Yeah.
The Flash is just around the corner in the middle of June or July.
Yeah,
it's after Spider-Verse.
It was June. Which was a big surprise, yeah.
Well,
good.
But you know what we did get? We got the trailer for Blue Beetle, which, as you pointed out, looks fucking amazing.
It looks awesome. Yeah, she looks really good.
Small scale story, which we kind of knew, and it was alluded to that this is very sort of
self-contained.
On its own, self-contained, and so could hopefully exist in a DCU going forward.
Universe, U for everyone universe.
Because this is post-Flash. This is August 18th, and it's Flash is the reset.
Yep.
Well, even though it says on the thing, Flash, and then the Flashpoint and stuff happens, then Blue Beetle, and then Aquaman, which as an Aquaman leads into Superman Legacy, but then its new universe is Superman Legacy onwards. So if you're keeping up, I hope you've got a massive fucking flowchart. I'm going to need a bigger flowchart.
I need a bigger flowchart, yeah.
What's his name? It's like Xochitl Hernandez?
The cast. Someone I personally hadn't heard of. Oh, I knew that the film was very Latino.
He seems very good, yeah, because it's sort of like playing on the... I think that's the origin of the character. Like it's like...
Zolo Mariduena?
Zolo Mariduena. I don't know.
Mariduena. Yeah, it sounds right to me.
Fucking...
Oh, Guillermo!
I
am the Green Beetle.
I'm tapping on the window, Guillermo. I'm tapping on the blue beetle.
Can he voice the beetle? Is he in the suit? Is it like a Venom situation where it's going to be, oh, Eddie?
Oh my god.
Can he be the beetle?
Guillermo. Make him like Venom, but with a K. Van Novak fucking Venom.
I am the beetle.
I want to meet Mrs. Chen.
So the suit doesn't do what you want it to do sometimes.
It's a shit name. I think I cut a bus in half.
Yes, you did.
It's very Ant-Man-like / as you pointed out visually, Spider-Man 2099. Maybe we'll
might
get
be
back
inspired.
to him.
Harvey Gwellin's Dr. Sanchez, whoever that is. Dr. Sanchez. Maybe it's a character from the comics you all know. In the comments,
the famous Dr.
Maybe you
Sanchez.
know Dr. Sanchez.
Yeah, like a predominantly Latino cast, which is good for representation, and in terms of the fact that it's just going to be something different that we see in terms of
but also authenticity because the character is Latino.
Gets powers
again.
Again. Not all of that. And the guy's quite young. Zolo. He's like 26. Doesn't say. We don't have a date of birth.
We don't know who he is. He was in a film called Dealing with Idiots.
10 years ago.
Parenthood.
Been in Parenthood.
He was in one episode of Twin Peaks.
Wow.
Jesus. Miguel in Cobra Kai. I mean, for those that are probably typing away at the keyboards, I've not watched Cobra Kai. Have you watched Cobra Kai?
I've not watched the latest season.
But Miguel, he's one of the main characters, right? Isn't he? Is he not? Miguel Diaz. He sounds like he says on it main role.
He is. The main guy?
One of the main guys.
I've not watched, I think I've watched season 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
I've watched, bits of, I'm not properly caught up, because
I mean, no, he's in it all the way through, so he is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, except not to us, apparently.
Yeah, we need to watch Cobra Kai properly.
I really do.
The Boys Presents Diabolical. Oh, that,
Agua.
That sort of pre-thing, the weird, prequel thingy.
Yeah. An animated short where pissed off Soups kill their parents. I'm still behind on The Boys.
Oh,
I'm way behind on The Boys.
All over Uranus.
All over my anus. Yeah.
But no, that's
oh dear.
That's cool. Yeah, he seems great. The cast seems fun. There's a reference to Batman, so we know Batman's still a thing. Despite which
one they're referring to? Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe
Robert Pattinson occurred in the 1920s.
Yeah, it's a bit like Batman stuff. Batman's a fascist.
Yeah, Batman's a fascist.
That's the title. That was the thing we thought of.
Batman's a fascist.
It was like, that could be the title, but that might just attract the wrong crowd. But Blue Beetle looks a lot of fun, as we knew it probably could be. Very Shazam-y vibes in terms of standalone fun.
Family fun, yeah.
Family fun, different cast, and we shall see.
Definitely. I'll definitely hear to see.
But if we want to get a Miguel O'Hara flavour...
Are
you loving these segues? Because we jump over to the first trailer for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
The Sony/Marvel
June
project.
2nd?
I believe so. Yes, June's the 2nd.
Before The Flash.
Definitely before The Flash.
I mean, this is I mean, Blue Beetle's a contender for top 10, but this is
2nd of June, yeah.
This is. I'm glad I remember
It's
that.
it's looking up
Across
there.
the Spider-Verse looks like it's top 5 minimum.
I didn't call out the films that might have a contender to John Wick, all the ones that I'm eyeing. I'm looking at you, Across the Spider-Verse. I'm looking at you, Doom 2. I'm looking at you, Barbie, Let's Go Party. And I never thought I'd be saying that in 2023, let alone last year.
Yeah.
And if I can think of any more movies that come to my mind. Fuck it, Renfield. Nicholas Hoult and Count Dracula.
Yeah, Renfield does look good.
And Evil Dead Rise. I want that to do well for a horror film. Evil Dead's probably like my favourite horror franchise.
Yeah, it'd be nice for
decent.
something like that to do well.
Yeah, so they're the ones I'm eyeing up and putting on a higher bar.
But yes, because Spider-Verse was my favourite film of 2018. And hopefully this one continues the tradition before we get Beyond the Spider-Verse, because this is still technically a part 1, even though it's, in the same way Infinity War and Endgame are 2-parters, they're still separate movies, but it's very much going to be a thing.
Part 1, part 2 feeling, yeah.
So the multiverse waiting room thing is what was created by Miguel O'Hara. It's because a lot of the things were having him as the villain. Some of the stuff towards the end of the trailer makes it look like he's then sort of becomes Spider-Man's sort of mentor for Miles, and then is like, it's if the bad things don't happen to you, then without Uncle Ben, none of us would really be Spider-Man.
Would be here, yeah.
And obviously he's thinking well, and I think us as well. Uncle Aaron was like his Uncle Ben moment, but there seems to be an implication that his dad, voiced again by Brian Tyree Henry, is in danger.
Yeah,
it might be him that
What's Up Danger
bites the dust. Yeah, What's Up Danger used again in the stinger. There is a TikTok with them talking about the new music, which does seem very interesting because the first soundtrack is so good.
I don't think you can top it.
I don't know. I think they can if they do it a bit different. If they go for a different flavour, it might sort of push it into a realm of.
If they go into what we know, then yeah. But if they
win-win. They either play it safe and do the same again, or they do something completely different that blows our socks off again.
And ask for a more diverse reaction. Maybe
we had a horse with a Spider-Man mask on.
Spider horse.
Oh, so I saw my uncle. It's like let me guess. So it's like having therapy. Like let me guess, he died. And then they're chasing Miles through this Spider-Man. We'll call it the Spider-Man Citadel.
Right, yeah, cool. The Spider-Man Citadel, yeah. The Spiderdale.
We sort of we paused frames of
oh my god, it's that one. It's that one.
Miguel, Spider-Man 2099 sends out a thing of stop Spider-Man from basically travelling back to his universe. Mm-hmm. It's like stop Spider-Man, and then they're all just pointing. They're doing the whole pointing meme.
Spider-Man point.
There's a frame that starts on 3 of them, and then a different part that's a load of them, and then even more of them. Yeah. Some of them are repeats because I'm assuming the amount of Spider-Men that are in this, that there's going to be some that they're probably saving.
Sure, of course.
We saw a few that was that's Spider-Punk, that's
the one from the game, Spider-Woman.
The one from the game is one of the predominant ones, and it's literally
Spider-Man Unlimited from the shitty,
just dragged and dropped from the game.
Yeah, Spider-Man Unlimited, the amazing Spider-Man 90 sequel cartoon to the all-time greatest cartoon.
Yeah, so you've got all those, and then some of them in the wider shots are repeated, and because I'm assuming that you're going to have that kind of detail, and there might be some repeats. I'm not saying the same, but there's probably a few in the background lurking that they don't want you to see yet.
They don't want you to see. Oh, 1,000,000%. Just even the posters alone that we got.
Yeah,
there was just
you see loads in that, and then there's just more at the back. There's going to be some great references because they do amazing work on this, and I'm interested to see how the story goes because we get
1,000,000%.
Peter B's back, and he's got a kid. I've got a baby.
I've
got a baby.
Spider baby.
No word on Spider-Ham or John Mulaney. We know that Spider-Man Noir is at present not in this film. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a cameo
post-credit singer.
Even if he doesn't talk. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him again. I don't know if we'll see Penny again, which is a shame because I think it would have been nice for her to be elaborated on more and get her to do more. Because obviously the focus is Gwen and Miles' blossoming romance across the universe.
Across the multiverse.
And I like how we said the animation style's the same, but it's evolved because it's evolved because it's newer, but it's also aged up almost with Miles. It seems a bit more defined. And just looks great. And I'm looking forward to seeing how he's handling Spider-Man life and the not
just in his universe.
Stuff.
Yeah. but also we kind of read reports about Miguel Hara being kind of more antagonistic role, and like from the first season trailer, you sort of get them having a clash, and we literally got into the trailer, and we're like, we saw them fighting each other. What's going on here? This is all peaceful, and then it kind of not.
But I wouldn't be surprised. Sorry, if he's
No,
not.
no.
He's not completely the because one of the first
probably
clips
won't.
we saw was him dragging Miles through a Universal Sorts thing.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
having a fight because the art style had changed and like his suit was different, so it was in a different universe because of the art style.
Kind of like Multiverse of Madness, but animated, and
Yeah.
it's going to be more elaborate.
Yeah, see, yeah, a bit like that sequence, and it seemed like that, and it was like, wait, so he's going to be the bad guy? I wouldn't be surprised if he's slightly
Antagonistic. Yeah,
Sorry, thank
yeah,
you.
to
In that
him.
way,
Yeah, yeah.
But there's
They
gotta
have
be-
different views. Yeah.
There's got to be a bigger villain to play, surely.
Well, what I was going to say though, because it was like we got into a minute of it, and we were like, well, we haven't fought yet. But why? What's going on here? Where's the beef? Why is Oscar Isaac going to get pissed at him? And then essentially, Miles is going to do the Flash and save his Uncle Ben. Basically, it's like a weird Flashpoint, Spider Point across the multiverse story.
Yeah.
But that's where Oscar Isaac's going to be the antagonistic voice against him, opposing to these objections, because he isn't going to fuck up his Uncle Ben. He's going to fuck up every Spider-Man possible.
Maybe.
But they even mention, don't even get me started on that kid in Brooklyn with Doctor Strange in Earth 19999. That's an MCU reference. They're talking about No Way Home, and that particular plot point and the fact that those two Spider-Men are going to clash reminds me of the Spider-Man Doctor Strange battle. Anyway, it's kind of like that, but on a more cosmic and personal level. That hopefully for longer as well.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be big, because
Are we going to get the live action cameos that are rumoured?
in part 2,
Oh, well, it was like a sort of victory lap for this trilogy. And I hope
yeah,
if there's more stories to tell them, but I don't want it to outstay its welcome. If you've got if you've got a 3 and done, do that, make all the money, and then
end it on a high.
Have your thing of like, well, see, we've proved that Miles can work.
Yes, 1,000,000%.
And then if you're going to, then do spin-off stuff of other things. But
And then get Miles in live action and get him in the MCU.
yes,
That's the end game of it. Do it, please. Put him in Secret Wars if you really must.
I look forward to it a lot. I think this could break top 5 at least, possibly top 3.
Yeah.
I'd love it to be number 1 again. I would. I honestly would. But that's no fun for you to know that, is it? I've just had this thing come up from Zavi. Who is the greatest TV series protagonist? Right, you ready for this?
Okay, what are the options? Yes. How many options have I got?
You got Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead.
Mm.
You got Tommy Shelby from Peaky Blinders.
Mm.
You got Ragnar Lothbrok from Vikings.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, yeah.
11 from Stranger Things.
Mm.
A lot of this is recent shit.
I know, I was going to say.
Because where's The Wire? Where's Luther?
Yeah, exactly. Where's Luther?
Din Djarin from The Mandalorian.
Mm.
Arya Stark from Game of Thrones. I would argue
that.
I'd argue that you couldn't choose one
protagonist in that.
from
Yeah,
that show.
every character's a protagonist in their own way, depending on what you cling on to. Yeah,
That's the whole point of the POV things in the books, isn't it?
Mm.
Walter White from Breaking Bad. That's
a good
more like
personal
it, yeah.
story. Yeah.
The Doctor from Doctor Who.
Oh, but which one are you talking about? You're talking about all of them again.
All of them.
Same protagonist.
And this is the last one.
Mm.
Matt Murdock from Daredevil.
Oh, wow.
Out of those choices,
very recent.
yeah.
Buffy Summers. What about the female love?
Yeah.
Buffy Summers.
Maybe that's why they put Arya in, because there's too many sausages.
Diversity. Yeah.
I would say from that, I love the Doctor because that's multiple people. So that's a good answer. No, but also like the fact that when you evolve the character from 63 to now, like there's a lot, and there's more being done obviously in the modern stuff with story arcs and development, and actors just naturally, as they're more in the role, develop. So that's what I'm really looking forward to with Shooty, is seeing where he starts and where he finishes.
Where he finishes, yeah.
Because even with
1,000,000%.
Jodie, there was a progression, because she was in the role for 5 years. I mean, she only got 3 series, but she was in the role for 5 years, so there was a development and an evolution there. Obviously not as much as we'd have liked.
No.
Um,
She's joined BBC's Time season 2.
Has she?
Yeah. Time was series in 2021.
So that was
which I
the
haven't
Sean
watched.
Bean one, wasn't it?
Yeah, which I haven't seen.
I'm Sean Bean and I'm in prison now. That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that had Stephen Graham in it. Yeah, that's have you watched that?
No, I've not.
Very good. 3 episodes. Very brutal stuff. Walter White, I'd argue yes.
Yeah,
You'd
a
have
good
to
character
say,
story.
where is Tony Soprano? Cause,
I know, yeah. That's
11, no, because I think, again, that's more
it's
of an
like a Game of
ensemble.
Thrones thing. Yeah, you can argue any one of them is the main character.
I've not seen
Enough of
Vikings,
no.
but
Yeah.
I know that he is very good. Tommy Shelby, yeah, but then you do have a bit of the ensembleness. Because you've got
Again.
his brother, you've got Tom Hardy,
Yeah.
you've got the Cole brothers,
Mm.
and then I'd say the same argument again, Walking Dead, Rick Grimes,
Carl!
you know,
Carl!
and he's obviously,
Carl.
he left, and you got Michonne.
He quit. He's a dropout. He quit.
You know, you've had, what's fucking Norman Reedus' character?
Yeah, Daryl. Yeah,
Daryl, because
yeah.
his brother was Michael
Michael
Rooker,
Rooker.
who was, what's his name?
Merrill and Daryl.
Merrill and Daryl.
Yeah, Merrill and Daryl. Merrill, Daryl, and Carl.
Carl. Din, yes.
Because he is the badass, yeah.
I mean, you could argue also that Jesse should be up there for Breaking Bad. Daredevil and Matt Murdock, yeah. But these are all shows that, bar
in the
Doctor
last
Who,
decade. Yeah, last decade.
bar Doctor Who, they all have, yes, they're all like the last few years, but a lot of them have more of an ensemble stuff.
Feel to it, yeah.
There is less than like one, so like, because especially with like Jin with, I know, Grogu, but Ahsoka and that, more so in the Book of Boba Fett and that universe.
Yeah.
It could feel more like an ensemble, but I get it.
Mandalorian's a buddy cop. You've got Grogu and Din. There's a buddy cop show, that one.
But it's just, it's one of those things that I'm like, I feel like there's a better list. Maybe we could come up with it.
Yeah.
But at
you
the
guys
moment,
in the comments, you can help.
if you're going off that, I'd say Walter White. If you're not going to pick the Doctor, which is, a default.
Yeah, and also because his story is complete. You
Yes.
know the fate, whereas the Doctor is the only negative to the Doctor, but also it's the biggest positive because it's a show that we all love and time
carries
travel
on
whatever,
forever.
forever.
It'll
But at least
outlive all of
stories,
us.
it's good to know the journey and where they end up at times as well. But because you can say the same for Daredevil, except no, because he's coming back, but not in the way you think. Yeah.
Or is he?
Mm.
What was we talking about? Oh, the trailer. So the last one was the Barbie trailer, because we got great posters for much more Kens than we were expecting, and much more
Kens.
Barbies,
Yeah,
and only one Alan. Michael Cera.
Scott Pilgrim in Barbie plays Alan.
I mean, he's got to do something before he does the Scott Pilgrim versus the World Anime.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, that got announced. 4 tickets to the Barbie. Yeah, 100%. Yes.
It does
It
look
is.
really. The Barbie movie does look really good. It's
Shocking. It is. It's disgusting that I'm saying like a girly girl movie is going to be up there, but
Well,
it's totally not that image. It's not that
But
image
also,
I've just described.
I think it would have been that sort of thing before, when it was
Well,
like it's
definitely.
Amy Schumer was going to do it, and it was going to be probably more down that road. But it seems like it's going to say more about. It's going to be self-aware
Like a self-aware meta commentary about
Yes,
certain
the
topics
industry.
and, yeah.
and toys and
But you get that
female
you get the
perception,
female
probably?
likeness on it, and you think, oh, it's going to be such a girl film. But they totally flipped that perception, and that's what's made
I'm
me
looking
drawn
forward
to
to it. I'm looking forward to see, because we've got Ryan Gosling, Simu Liu, and
Shooty Gatwa.
Shuey Gatwa as some of the Kens.
Some of the Kens. Michael Cera's Alan.
Michael
Well,
Cera's Alan.
Andy Allen,
Connor
yeah.
Swindles is in it.
Yeah.
Emma Mackey's in it as well. Emma
Yeah.
Mackey and Margot Robbie are going to be in the same thing.
Where's fucking Samara Weaving?
We shall see.
Yeah.
But it's going to just be fun. Like Will Ferrell,
Yeah, I can't
Helen
remember
Mirren's
his
the
name.
narrator.
I mean, yeah, that I didn't know, but that's great.
It's going to be a fun thing. I think it's going to be a really enjoyable one, and it's
yeah,
going to be
100%.
it's going to not take itself too seriously, which I look forward to. So, those are the trailers, because not really much has happened this week in terms of actually seeing stuff.
No.
Because our next big release is probably the Mario one,
Out.
because that is out
Oh, well,
tomorrow.
out tomorrow by the time we record this, but also out by the time you're listening to this. Yeah.
Yeah, so it it's kind of just a brief catch up. Because what else has happened really, apart from those
I don't know. Yeah,
trailers?
I don't know. Briefly, WrestleMania, WWE getting bought, and UFC are merging brands. I mean, that's other news. I've seen a couple movies which I really did like. Again, one of them on Netflix and the other one in the cinema. I saw John Wick again, which I still think is movie of the year, and my thoughts haven't changed on it. And there's not, I'll take that to my fucking grave if I was to go tomorrow. Like, that is probably one of the best films I've seen ever. Not just of this year, but ever.
Yes.
10 out of 10, Mona Lisa,
Chef
masterpiece.
kiss.
Yeah, personally. But yeah, Mario, which I'm hoping will be good. I've heard some good thoughts about it. But no, I'm going into that one completely blind. And I'm not the biggest Mario lover. I didn't grow up playing those games as such. I know Super Mario Galaxy and a bit of the Wii era, the 3D era, if you like. And then once it got to the Nintendo Switch, I was then kind of out of Mario. So I sort of know very little, but I know enough about the mythology and the lore and the cameos.
To be fair, like Chris Pratt says, for the 30 odd years of video games, you don't really know much about him. So this is kind of their chance to put some history in it,
expand upon
in
things,
terms of a backstory for stuff. But yeah, I'm interested to see sort of like where it goes, because it'll be at worst. It will be an okay kids movie. At best, it will be a
The Dark Knight.
It will sort of be like the Lego Movie. It will be a surprising
1,000%, yeah.
Surprising hit. So I look forward to that. Just like I look forward to everything else. Nothing else. Nothing else is sacred anymore.
Nothing matters.
Nothing else really happened. Asher Angel's been liking tweets about that people have posted about Zachary Levi being bad at Shazam.
Ooh.
So like the scene like with him like with the 18-year-old stuff, like he's like 18 in the movie, but Zachary Levi plays him as a 12-year-old, and Asher Angel liked that tweet.
Oh dear.
So it seems like there's some
beef. There's some beef.
Some disagreements about that. And an insider says that, according to insider Jeff Schneider, 2 characters from X-Men team will appear in the Captain America New World Order movie.
Oh.
Because we know that Liv Tyler's back. I don't know whether
early predictions. If you're going to say 2 characters, go.
Not Wolverine. Don't do Wolverine. Do you know what I want? If you're going to do the actual First Class, I want like an Iceman and a Jean Grey.
My gut, not literally, I haven't thought about it, but Storm and Beast. I think you would save Xavier Magneto for obvious reasons. Mm-hmm. Wolverine, like you say, do not touch. We'll wait until Deadpool 3 for him, and then I don't know. I feel like I can see a Storm on the horizon, and then
it'd be nice to have Storm
and Beast. I see them together. Storm and Beast. I can't see Storm with any other. Like Colossus, maybe, because that could be a fun little nod to the audience to be like, oh, I am in Deadpool 3, duh. But no, I think in all seriousness, I think Storm and Beast. I don't know why. That's just my gut. Storm and Beast.
Ah, cool. I dig it. I dig it. One thing we didn't talk about was apparently Clayface is going to be in the Batman Part 2.
But also, Mike Flanagan did post a pitch for a solo movie with the character that Warner Bros. Hadn't exactly rejected yet. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of a fun...
Well, they said like no for now, but like maybe because also Penguin was meant to be in Birds of Prey, but they stopped him being in Birds of Prey because Matt Reeves was like, actually, I want him.
Yes. Yoink! I would take that.
So that's interesting because first version of Clayface, please, because I don't want the second version acid shit because that's not fun. Clayface. I want proper Sandman-esque villain.
Actor, isn't he? He's an actor turned villain or something. He's an actor on the stage, I think.
Something like that, wasn't it?
He's a theatre person.
My biggest exposure to Clayface was in the Lego Batman video game.
Batman game, yeah, same here. Yeah, and then after that, probably Arkham City as like one of the end boss battles. Yeah,
that was quite fun. That was quite a nice thing to have.
No, Clayface would be a very cool villain, not to see visually, but it would be their chance to get one up on Spider-Man 3. Like, you call that sand? Oh, this is fucking clay.
Yeah. Ben Affleck was talking about Gal Gadot's cameo in The Flash, which we didn't realise is the cameo that got cut, where they're fighting something and he gets caught by the lasso of truth, and Batman sort of divulges into his real feelings about his life and his work, which seems like it would be a funny scene to have, and naturally, it being a fun scene, DC have cut it.
Yeah, but that sounds like a Joss Whedon idea that randomly just plucked in it.
No, but I'd like that, sort of like, him getting like caught by the lasso, just be like, oh, what do I do? Like, I murder people.
No, I thought it was going to be like, I fancy you. Like, I really am attracted to you.
Just like, I'm kind of, I'm quite a dark and mysteriously brooding
man, but really, I've got a heart of gold.
Karan Soni and Leslie Uggams will return in Deadpool 3, so Dupe Hender and Blind Owl will be back.
Brilliant, cool.
Ike Perlmutter has been laid off at Disney. Good riddance.
Hooray.
Rich old white bastard. Matthew McFadden has been cast in an unknown role as of yet in Deadpool 3.
He just looks like a government.
Loki.
mule, a government
Loki
mule.
again.
Loki again.
All the Lokis. Loki.
A young William Stryker. I
I thought you were going to say young William Shatner.
Michael Myers himself.
Michael McIntyre. Oh, isn't it funny how, we're in the multiverse? Have you seen Wolverine? Hugh? Oh, he stabbed me in the head. I am going to keep talking like this now. Josh Friedman, the writer of Avatar Way of the Water, is set to write the script for the Marvel Studios Fantastic Four. Ewan McGregor was asked again about an Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2 and just reiterates saying, if Disney...
I'm off.
He goes, if Disney are open to doing another one, then yes, I love doing it. I love working with Hayden, the experience of doing it. I'd be totally up for more.
Especially if Mike Flanagan's on the set. Do it some Doctor Sleep style. Doctor Sleep style Star Wars.
Doctor Sleep was actually quite a good movie.
Very good movie.
Vastly underrated.
Underappreciated, yeah.
Under-demesiated. I don't know if you've seen any of the Channel 5 documentaries that are like the Secrets and Scandals series.
No.
So they did one about the Carry On films. So
Okay.
Like, the Secrets and Scandals, the behind-the-scenes stuff that, probably didn't know. They're doing one about Doctor Who.
Oh, wow.
There is one listed, Secrets and Scandals Doctor Who.
It doesn't say from which period. Like, are they covering all of it or the 60s?
So they've done, I believe these are the ones they've done, or they're upcoming. Steptoe Son, Eurovision, Dad's Army, The Good Life, Top of the Pops, Only Fools and Horses. But there is a Doctor Who one listed. No word on this is from Doctor Who Production News on Twitter. No word on whether it will cover an argument which allegedly occurred between
the 80s.
It occurred at BBC Worldwide Showcase in 2013. Interesting arguments. Will it cover the whole era, or will it just be
the
a
whole
specific
show?
thing?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Will it cover just one Doctor or two? Or
Hopefully the whole stuff.
decade?
And it'll make people go, oh, John Nathan Turner was literally held at gunpoint to stay. That kind of stuff, that interests me, because it's like, what are we going to find out that we didn't already know before? So we shall see.
Ooh, yeah.
There is a Harry Potter reboot in the works, because of course, apparently a HBO exclusive that will be a 7-season show.
Oh my
each
god.
Season,
the House of the Hogwarts Dragon.
Each season covering a different book adaptation.
Oh, interesting.
It's still too soon. I really don't care. I'm not going to watch any more Harry Potter, and especially if J.K. Rowling's involved. Yay!
Boo.
And we'll end on a fun thing. An adaptation of The Three Jokers that someone has fan cast.
Across the Jokerverse. Into the Jokerverse.
It's basically like in an ideal world, at
Yeah.
their prime, who you would do as the Three Jokers. Like, the Three Jokers story, didn't you? The comedian, the
actual comic
the
story.
comedian, the criminal, and the clown. Like, you've got like the three different Jokers that sort of come together. Was that a mini event thing?
So the clown would be either Cesar Romero from the 60s. Or
It's like that kind of thing. You've got one like that. You've got one that's the master criminal. One that's more of the comedian, aka the Joker 2019 movie style of like that. But what they've done is they've fan cast what they would do as a movie for that.
Yeah.
So do you want me to go from from Batman onwards, or save the Batman for last? Well, no, I'll save the Jokers for last, because they've cast the Three Jokers.
Okay, go on, yeah.
Right, so I'll go backwards, sort of. Rooney Mara as
Right.
Poison Ivy.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
This is an interesting one. Michael Douglas as Alfred.
Oh, I like that though.
Jake Gyllenhaal as the Mad Hatter. Bit too pretty boy and nice.
Riddler.
Not even Riddler. I'd say 10 years ago Nightwing. But
I suppose. Yeah. I don't know, Riddler. I'm trying to think of another villain.
So I'm gonna say this person's name, but then I'm gonna say who they look like, who actually they look like in this edit of the poster.
Right.
So they've done Robert Downey Jr. as Mr. Freeze. But here's who they look like and who I thought it was, and I think this is a better choice. Because he's very good at playing people anyway, especially comic book baddies, but Mark Strong.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah,
I would have rathered that.
100%. Yeah.
Ben Affleck as Bane.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Alright, so do you want the Jokers or do you want Batman?
No, give me Batman. Yeah. Who's that?
Brad Pitt. So this is obviously all actors in their prime, what they would have liked.
Brad Pitt. See, I thought when you said Brad Pitt, I had an image of Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper as he could be Superman in The Brave and the Bold. If Rocket dies in Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Why not?
He could be Superman in Batman Brave and the Bold, did you say?
No, he could be Batman. He could be Bruce.
Yeah.
Because
obviously he could be Superman.
he's in his 40s.
I think,
and it's going to be the Bat family, so, fuck it.
Old and veteran, like...
All right, so the three Jokers.
Okay.
Which one do you want first?
Give me the clown. Give me the funny guy.
So for the clown, interesting. They're all interesting choices.
All right, yeah.
Andrew Garfield.
Huh? It's based on that meme, that's why. Okay, yeah.
Go on then. Give me whatever one do you want.
Tobey Maguire as the criminal mastermind, and then Tom Holland as the other one. No, so what have I got left? The criminal
or the comedian?
So who's Andrew Garfield then? Which one is he?
He's the clown.
He's the clown. So the clown, the comedian, well, they're the same thing. But then clown, comedian, and the criminal. Mm-hmm. Give me a comedian, then, I guess.
This is an interesting choice, actually. Really, this is probably the one that I like the most out of all these. Yeah, Batman, the Three Jokers.
The comedian,
Edward Norton. I like it.
It's the blend of criminal master, but he doesn't quite have that look. So he's like the middleman.
Yeah, he could have been the Joker in the DCU. Or the DCEU against Ben Affleck. Because I would have believed that in terms of age-wise and, actually putting up a fight against that Batman. Alright, and the criminal. Out of left field. Former leading man, now character actor.
A character actor?
Daniel Craig. Bit too buff, but I get it.
Yeah, I kind of see it. But
bit too swole. You need a more slender man. Not Slenderman, because that wouldn't work. But that is it. That is us on things that have happened. That's I saw that and I was like, I'll see if Connor likes this.
No, I approved. Yeah, I approved. I think the majority of those.
One is the one that works the most. Apart from that, fuck no. But if you want to get in touch with your dream casting of any comic book ever, send it to iwishiwasacastingdirector @gmail.com.
Otherwise translated as the nerdbiblecontact@gmail.com.
You can. And where can they find us throughout the week?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the TikTok.
What's the handle?
Pacey Sheep.
Yay! Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share if you've not done so already, and we will continue onwards in our journey of mystery.
Journey into mystery.
Yes. Hopefully a Mario review next week, if we've both seen it.
Yes.
Anything else happening on TV? No, I've not seen House of the Dragon.
Oh, of course you haven't.
Connor's not watched The Mandalorian.
No, Andor for that point.
Oh, Andor can wait.
We'll
do Andor on May the 4th.
Okay, sure.
Episode 1.
Sure.
And then episode 2 next year.
Yes. Yeah, fair enough.
But until then, goodbye, my dears.